Greetings and salutations and welcome to Sioux Eagles Hockey on Hockey TV. Scott Nason broadcasting from Pullar Stadium here in the original Hockey Town, USA, Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, awaiting the start of tonight's NLJHL contest between the Sioux Eagles and the visiting Rayside Balfour Canadians. Our cameraman tonight is Rob Horton, joining us once again, the gentleman to my right, color commentator to the Stars, Larry Pozzebon. And well, Poz, we were here a few days ago. I was a little hoarser, if that's a word. Got the full pipes back as the Rayside Balfour Canadians defeated the Sioux Eagles by the score of 2-1. Rayside has won 6 of the 7 meetings between these two squads. This will be the final regular season meeting. What's your thoughts going into tonight's game?
Well, the Eagles have to depend on themselves, depending what position they're going to end up in, because Rayside's not going to do anything for them, and neither is anybody else in the league now. Eagles have a number of games in hand. If they want to move up to third, second, I'm not sure if they got a chance, depending on what happens.
It would take a lot.
Yeah, well, it depends on that with Rayside, because Rayside occupies number one spot now. But so the Eagles, they're going to make their own destiny the rest of the schedule, and tonight would be a good start. We've only beat them once. Let's make it twice. And because if we end up, hypothetically, if the Eagles end up in fourth spot, they play Elliott Lake. Now, the winner of that is going to play Rayside Balfour if the standings stay the way they are right now. So, Eagles, let's start winning right now so you know you can beat them in the regular season, and hopefully you get into the playoffs and you can attack them and beat them in the playoffs. So, that's Eagles are going to make their own destiny. That's all they're going to have to do.
Rayside Balfour, as Larry mentioned, is in first place in the West Division. Looking at the standings here, Rayside Balfour, first place, 70 points, 3 points ahead of the second place Sioux Thunderbirds, who have played one less game than the Canadians. They played 49. Rayside has played 50. Thunderbirds have 67 points. In third place, behind the Thunderbirds, the Blind River Beavers, they have 66 points. They played 2 more games than both the Thunderbirds and the Eagles. And right now the Eagles are in fourth place. They have 59 points, 7 points behind Blind River. This is one of the games in hand that they can maybe work some of that ground or try to make up. And Elliott Lake, now they can't finish any higher than fifth, and it's a good thing they can't, Larry, because they are hot. They won 5 in a row. They beat the Eagles last weekend. They also beat the Sioux Thunderbirds on the road.
You're right.
They have 52 points, but they only have 3 games left. So the maximum amount of points they can get is 58, which would be 1 less than the Eagles. So the math is pretty much this, Larry. With 7 games remaining, the Eagles, even to finish third place, are going to have to go 5-2, probably at the bare minimum. They're really going to have to go 6-1 or run the table if they want to get one of those 3 top spots right now, don't you think?
Yeah, you're right. And I was looking at the Thunderbirds' schedule. They have back-to-back against Blind River, so the Thunderbirds can help the Eagles out, and the Thunderbirds can help themselves out to gain in first place on Rayside.
Yeah, looking at the schedule right now, Larry, the Eagles have 7 games remaining. We'll be here Friday night for the game against Espanola, and then the Eagles will be at Espanola on Saturday. Now, you'd think those would be 4 points. Those ones are in the bag, but you know what? You go back to January where they tied in Espanola, and it's a team you should beat on paper, but you can't just bank those points. You still got to go out and win those games.
No, you have to go on the ice, and you can't win it on the lineup. You have to go on the ice and win the games.
After that, back-to-back with Blind River. To me, that's where the Eagles have to sweep those games. They can't leave any points on the table. They'll be at Blind River this upcoming Monday, February 26th, and then we'll have our final 2 home games of the regular season next weekend. Hard to believe next weekend's already March, Larry. March 2nd here against Blind River, March 3rd here against Elliott Lake, and then the Thunderbirds on the road, a Wednesday game before the playoffs start. So right now the Eagles would meet Elliott Lake in that first round series best of 3, but they still have a chance to finish. I mean, technically they could finish first, but that would take a lot. They really got to have the bullseye on Blind River, considering they play them twice coming up here this upcoming week. So Eagles win this game, beat the 2 against Espanola, then they have a chance.
Yes, they do. Yeah, good mathematics there. Good observation on all that.
Appreciate that.
Well, what do you call? You call a spade, an ace, an ace.
I love compliments. So,
hey, speaking of not a compliments, how'd your supper go the other night?
Which one's that?
Over in Canada. You went to that place with the A?
No, besides the Border Patrol guy that wanted to play 20 questions with me. Thought he was going to ask.
Well, you look that type, you know.
Apparently, I thought he was going to ask for a hair sample there. And I'm not, well, never mind. I'm not. You know where I'm going with that. It was very good. It's 2 thumbs up at that location. It is absolutely fantastic. Best pizza either side of the border.
Great.
So
it is.
This
my
one
kids,
here.
Excuse me, my kids come home from wherever they're living now.
Sure.
And we got to get A's Pizza.
The A's Pizza. Good way to put it. Yeah, absolutely. Rayside Balfour right now, Larry, we've seen them a few times. They are the most physical team in the league.
Most penalized?
They have the most penalized unit, and they like to play that style. And so the Eagles got to know full well that it's going to be a physical game. At times it can be a chippy game. You know, you look at that game on Friday, I thought the Eagles weren't exactly outplayed by too much, if at all. I mean, I thought that they really came on in that second and third period, but that first period is what cost them. What do they got to do to come out of the gates better tonight?
Play 60 minutes. That's it, all the time. You go on the ice, you play a 200-foot game. You back and forth. That's your 200 feet. You got to play both ends of the rink, and say in 60 minutes. So each unit that goes out there, you put in your minute and a half. Less than that, 45 seconds. And that's your game where you can be successful if you're playing good, honest hockey. Another thing about last week's game, we mentioned before the game that I said Rayside, most penalized team. We didn't have that many penalties, but none of the dirty, nasty stuff that was called. It was your regular tripping and elbowing and things like that. But so it was a good game, a 2-1 game. Excuse me, it's too bad we were on the back end of it, though.
If you're watching tonight on Hockey TV, first of all, thank you for tuning in. We do an interactive broadcast here on Hockey TV via Twitter. So if you happen to be on Twitter and want to contact Larry or I during the game, let us know what you think about the broadcast. If you have any comments, you want to have any shout-outs, or just in general, tweet me at snason, that's Nason 2013. And we will say hello. We don't just welcome Sioux Eagles fans. We also welcome the visiting fans from Rayside Balfour. And I already want to say hello to Daniel Clark, shipmate. Thanks for tuning in. He says, let's go, Eagles.
Now, I'm going to ask you something. I was looking at a box score of 2 teams in the NOJ. And I noticed on one of the teams they had a 4-minute spearing penalty.
Oh.
And I looked up in the rule book, and I guess there's an option. You can call a 5-minute penalty in the game misconduct, or 2 and 2, 4 minutes. And I was surprised at that. It's for spearing or butt ending. And I was surprised at that because spearing it's a dangerous act to pull on the ice. And I was surprised at the leniency on that, because spearing is spearing. And I'll refer to when I was working with the Lakers. And John Flesh from Sudbury, the Sudbury Wolves.
Atlanta Flames.
Yeah. And he was with the Lakers for 1 year. We were playing Laurentian University. He got speared. Now, he gets thrown out. He must have threw a butt end or something afterwards. So he gets thrown out. The opposition never got caught in it. I went in the dressing room when Ron Mason was coaching, and you can hear Flesh banging on the walls and pitchers falling down.
Is that the Pullar here?
At the Pullar here, yes. And I went in there, and there was John, and he had a gash.
Oof.
So spearing is spearing, and to me, it's 5 minutes. You're out.
Looking at the lineups tonight, players not dressed for the visiting Rayside Balfour Canadians. Number 3, Davis Edmonds. Number 20, Avery Chisholm. Number 47, Dario Belgio. Number 61, Ryan Obonsawin. Number 77, Kyle Linema. And pair of number 99, some added players, number 99, Carson McMillan, and goaltender number 99, Owen Kilgagon.
Well, number 61 being scratched, that helps Bob downstairs.
That's right, yes, indeed. Yeah, Bob's had some problems with pronunciations this year. For the Sioux Eagles, players not dressed tonight include number 14, Gianni Vitale, number 17, Owen Kipke, number 22, Kobe Keller, number 25, Jonathan Lacani, and goaltender number 1, Ravi Khatri. Starting tonight for the Sioux Eagles, wearing number 29, Carter McPhail. And starting for the Rayside Balfour Canadians, who played very well here on Friday night, number 1, Braden Lachance.
Yeah, he played. He's a big goaltender. He's a good goaltender, Lachance.
Not a whole lot of games in the NOJHL tonight, Larry. As a matter of fact, this is the only game going on in the West Division. There is one other game going on in Timmins. That one will start at 7 o'clock as Timmins, who looks like they're going to be out of the playoffs in the East, they will host Kirkland Lake. And looking at the standings in the East, we haven't really talked about the standings too much over on that side. Well, we know Powassan, the number one team in all the league, they're going to finish first. And they're going to take on, it looks like, either Hearst or Timmins. Hearst has already clinched a playoff spot. They're in fourth with 45 points. Timmins has 40. French River with 31. They still have a slight chance to make that up, but it's going to be awfully tough. So it looks like the matchups are pretty set in the East. You're going to have Hearst and Timmins in that first round best of three. The winner to take on Powassan. And the second and third ones virtually locked up. Cochrane taking on Kirkland Lake. So in the East, it's been pretty predictable, Larry, from the beginning as far as the teams and kind of where they were. There was kind of a jumbled up between 4, 5, and 6, but French River, hard to believe, they started off 5-0.
Yes, they were surprisingly, wow, what's going on there?
They've really tailed off, and you look at Powassan being the team to beat, but you know what? The Eagles have beat them, and I think quite a few teams in the West has beaten them. So you look at whoever comes out of the West. Now, first of all, they're going to have a much tougher road.
Yes,
but
they will.
They may be a little more playoff tested. This Western playoff potential matchups is juicy to say the least.
Yes, it is. Yeah, there's anybody give any given Sunday. That's the football. What's the football?
Al Pacino.
Yes.
Yeah.
So any given day, somebody in the West here could take care of business.
Real quick, Larry, before we go to Bob St. Peter for the opening ceremonies and such, have you had a chance to watch a lot of Winter Olympics? I've watched quite a bit, being under the weather for a few days. What's your overall thoughts?
The little that I've seen, I've enjoyed. I've watched dancing, figure skating, the pair dancing.
Yeah.
Canadian couple there.
Oh, they were fantastic, weren't they?
Yes, they were. And I saw some women's hockey. I watched that also, and some men's hockey. Yes. Some snowboarding and some skiing. Not outside of that, I didn't watch any curling.
I was going to say, didn't the U.S. spring a big upset on Canada the other day? The men beat them for the first time ever and made the medal round.
Excellent. Good for those.
Yeah, we're catching up, Larry, slowly but surely. Someday we'll beat you in hockey again, and maybe one day we'll beat you when it counts in curling. But I like the curling, and, of course, tomorrow night, women's hockey gold medal game between Canada and the U.S.
Oh, boy.
You guys have gotten us twice. I think it's the U.S.'s turn. What do you say?
Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, but look, we're going for 3 out of 3.
My good friend Don watching there would get the 2 out of 3 ain't bad reference there, considering we went to a Meatloaf concert together with a certain gentleman that was a big Meatloaf fan. We're going to take a break here on the pregame show. When Larry and I come back, we'll have the opening face-off between the Sioux Eagles and Rayside Balfour Canadians here on Hockey TV. There you have it, Larry, our starting lineups, national anthems. And we're set to go here. The final regular season meeting between the Sioux Eagles and the Rayside Balfour Canadians on Hockey TV.
Let's go.
Potential playoff matchup. Again, lots to sort out. Want to say hello to a few folks on Twitter. Want to say hello to Joanne Atkins. Looks like she is one of the Rayside Balfour fans watching. Also Daniel Clark, we mentioned him earlier. Stephen Orfano says, let's go Eagles. I am pumped for a win. Also want to say hello to Sven Schwab watching tonight. Again, if you're on Twitter, want to say hello to Larry and I during the broadcast, please do. Just tweet me, snason2013. Eagles in their home white jerseys, Rayside in their road red, white, and blue jerseys. Eagles going left to right as seen on your video monitor. And we are underway here at Pullar Stadium. Rayside wins the face-off, cross the blue line, no with a shot. McPhail makes the save. Now a quick shot there by Crassy. Puck along the end boards, picked up by the Eagles. Blair. Now Blair clears it to center. Rayside with the puck in their own zone. Eagles keep it in. Butcher at the point. He'll dump it down low. Bagby with it. Bagby over on the near side boards to White. White plays it up to No. Canadians clear. Now Butcher gets that one back to center. Shot in by Bobby Price. Eagles will go for a line change. Lavallee with the puck for the Canadians. Up to White. White at center ice. Gets it into the Eagles zone. Now Dieball. Pass on the near side, or rather check that. That's Clark. Clark shot in zone. Now Partridge passes it over. Poke checked away by Dieball. Capiciolto. They'll wrap it along the near boards. Picked up by Rowe. Now quick shot there by the Canadians. That goes wide. Kept in by Spatafor. Spatafor out of the lineup on Friday. He was serving a one-game suspension. He's back in tonight. Always a rough-and-tumble player. One of the toughest in the league. Now puck taken by Capiciolto. Kept in by the Canadians. Now a shot. Save there on the chance by Gaudreau. Rayside with some early pressure. Now poke check back to the blue line. Spatafor with the shot. Bouncing puck. Looks like it went off a Partridge, Larry, and McPhail had to be quick on that one.
Partridge and Saxton before McPhail got it.
Shots 3-0 Canadians here early.
Like I'm playing ping pong.
Yeah. 18:25 to play in this first period. No score. Small crowd so far tonight. Starting to still trickle in. We'll talk more about that in the second period. Lamberti with it. I want to say hello to the Lamberti family and the Landings if they're watching in Arizona tonight. Not too bad weather here. A little warmer than we've seen, Larry. Temperatures were about 20 or so today.
-6 on our side.
Yeah, we don't talk about Celsius. We're on the American side. We talk about inches and Fahrenheit. And walls, apparently. Now here's Sare on the near boards.
Ooh, and gallons.
Yep. Now puck taken by Casey at center ice. Casey on the right wing side across the blue line. He's got Palmieri with him. A shot. That misses. Bounces all the way back to center ice. Now the Canadians with the puck. Sare shoots it in. Puck goes wide. Taken by Blair. Blair behind his own net. Now Blair's pass up to Casey. Casey.
He's all by himself up there.
Aiello clears it up to Janowski. Now Quinn with it. Bouncing puck. Blair clears the zone. Now that one poke checked away by Janowski. Canadians with it in their own zone. Eagles yet to register a shot in this first period. Now shot in. Puck along the near boards. Chased in by Banser. Banser and Quinn. That one will trickle to center ice, and Clark will wrap it back in. LaChance with the puck. Slides it over to Bagby. Number 2, Scott Bagby, no relation. First name thing there, Larry. A shot there and a save by LaChance. See, I got my voice back. I got the jokes back, hopefully, Larry.
Okay.
16:47 to play in the first period, no score.
Okay, folks, when you come to this building here, there's lots to do. And we'll find out after the second period. A buck, a puck. Chuck a puck, just a buck. And we had a winner last week.
We did.
In the bucket.
Absolutely. Now face off. Controlled by the Eagles. Techel behind the net. Techel in front. Techel and Barterson were shut down in the game on Friday, which we haven't said much this year, Larry.
No,
they usually manage to get on the score sheet, but credit Mr. LaChance in net. He had a lot to do with that as well.
Well, there's a lineup change with them, isn't there? Because of, was it Kepke or who's the other one? That's
Vitale. He scored the goal on Friday.
Yeah, but I'm saying they have to change their lineup. Put Bobby Price on there, but Kepke or was it Keller? I thought one of the other ones on their line.
They've been out for a while, Larry. So face off to the right of LaChance. Eagles win another face off, but Rayside comes up with the puck. They'll clear it down into the Eagle zone. Picked up over there by the Canadians. Maltese, check that. That's number 19, Crassy. Now here's White with it. White put it up to no. Taken away by the Eagles. Taken right back by the Canadians. White wraps it along the near boards. Now quickly, Eagles with it. Barterson up to Price. Now Price shoots it in. LaChance stops the puck. Shots 3-1 Rayside here in the first 4 minutes. And that one shot down the ice. They wave off the icing. Partridge moving in. Now the Eagles with it. Butcher. Butcher up to Saxton. Now here's a chance for the Canadians. Price with it. Price in the neutral zone. That one bounces into the Rayside zone. Snow in his own zone for the Canadians. Pass just out of the reach of Partridge. That one will go down the ice. And Larry, while we have a moment, want to say hello on Twitter. As we mentioned, Joanne Atkins streaming the game on our big TV from Sudbury. She asked if we can give a shout out to Ron and Chris Desjardins They are watching his grandson's game in Espanola. He loves you guys. Keep up the good work.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, and thank you, Ron and Chris, as well.
And that big TV in Sudbury.
Sudbury, that's right. The nickel capital of the North, isn't it?
You're right.
There you go.
And some copper up there, too.
Yeah, a little copper, yeah. Now puck back into the Rayside end. Snow with it. Snow behind the net for the Canadians.
Oh, I thought you were referring to Sudbury and copper, nickel, and snow.
That's right, yeah.
They have all of those three.
Yeah, we got a little ice around these parts lately. So here's Capiciolto, lose the puck. Picked up by Partridge. Big collision there with Saxton.
They both went down.
Yeah, that one, I don't know who got the better end of that one. Here's Wolcott with it. Speedy number 10 for the Canadians. Pass it on the near side. Atkins. Speaking of Joanne Atkins, Atkins shoots it back in. Clark with the puck. Now Clark up to Rowe. Rowe's pass out of the reach of the Eagles player. Donovan tried to get into the Eagles zone. Now the Canadians at center ice. Moving it in. That's number 81, Gabriel Rowe. On the near boards. Kept in by the Canadians. Here's Rowe with a shot. Big save there, McPhail. Clark can't clear it. Kept in by Donovan. Another shot. That one blocked. Now Lacani has it. Check that. Number 24, Lamberti. Excuse me. Connie's out of the lineup tonight, wears number 25. Now the Eagles with the puck. Casey at the blue line. Casey backhands the puck in. Shot still 3-1 Rayside. 6 minutes into this contest. No score. After this game, the Eagles will have 6 games remaining. 3 here and 3 on the road. Now Donovan's with the shot. Save McPhail, as now we have Schwab and number 22, Donovan, colliding a bit, but cooler heads will prevail. We'll have a face-off in the Eagles zone.
Okay, folks, again, when you're at this building here, there's lucky programs. There's a lot of prizes to give out, and that's only $1 for that thing, too. So your chances are very good to have a extraordinary fun here with a chuck a puck, lucky programs.
Especially on a night like tonight.
Yeah.
And that is the bigger crowd. Of course, the midweek games traditionally don't draw as much as the weekends. So we'll try to guess as best we can the attendance in the second period.
The linesman was looking for the puck, and McPhail had it in his glove all the time. He was searching the net looking for it.
Lavalle's shot blocked there. Nice job. Lamberti clearing that to center. Now Lavalle with it. Across the blue line. Lavalle poke checked away. Now taken by Maltese. Behind the net, Tharaldson. Plays it along the near boards. Lavalle back to Aiello. That shot blocked again. Now Aiello with it. Over in the far corner, Lamberti. Picked up by Maltese. Maltese gets run over by Schwab. So, physical start to this game here, Larry. No surprise. Eagles pushing their weight around a bit as well. Now Casey with it. Casey on the near boards. Casey still has it. Now Eagles trying to clear the zone. Quick shot. Spatafor hits his own player. Here's Lamberti. Off the boards to Casey, just icing. Out of his reach, and that'll be icing. With 12:49 to play in this first period, Larry, we're still scoreless.
Canadians were forechecking very well for themselves, and the Eagles couldn't clear the puck out. When they finally had a chance, just a little too hard, and it was an icing call. And they're not allowed to change.
Want to say hello, Larry, to a gentleman from Peterborough, Jeff White, along with Kelly White and James Big Bro Jordan. Thanks for watching, Jeff, and he's the gentleman that helped with some of these tough pronunciations a couple games ago, so we appreciate that as well. Face off to the left of McPhail, won by the Eagles. Eagles clear the zone.
Now they can make some changes.
Here's Atkins with it. Over to Snow. Snow kind of fumbled that puck, recovers. Now Quinn at center ice will dump it in. Atkins over in the far corner for the Canadians. No score, 12:30 to play in this first period. Blair shoots it in. Now over on the far boards, Banser gets it to Orfanos. Pass behind. Quinn intercepted by the Canadians. Here's White across the blue line. White still has the puck. Now get it to the point. Atkins, quick shot, another deflection, and went right into McPhail. Yeah. I don't think he saw that at all, Larry. Just kind of ended up in his lap.
He was interfered with between the Eagles and the Canadians in the crease there, so he was having a hard time to get back on his feet. The Eagles were lucky if that puck didn't go in. Then again, I'm not sure if it would have been called off or not, because they had two, an Eagle and a Canadian, and McPhail in the crease.
12:10 to play in this first period. No score out of town. Just one other game. in the NOJHL tonight going on in Timmins. No score between Kirkland Lake and Timmins. Eagles will be here Friday night against Espanola. Larry and I will have the call of that one around 7:15 pregame show. Now puck at center ice, taken there by the Canadians. Donovan off the boards, intercepted by Barterson, now picked up by Partridge. Partridge across the blue line for the Canadians. Partridge behind the net. Nice poke check there by Techel. Eagles can't clear it. Quick shot again, and that one will be gloved by McPhail, and he'll hold. 11:46 to play in this first period. Shot 6-1 Rayside, so Eagles not off to that fast start that we hoped, Larry.
No, they're not. And, well, at least they're not behind.
That's true.
Face-off here. The Eagles win the face-off. Bobby Price passes it back behind the net.
Well, the Eagles with the puck, trying to clear the zone. Most of the play has been in the Eagles zone so far in this first period. Well, now referee took a tumble and got a few applauses in the crowd, I might add.
Yes.
Not up here. Here's Barterson with it. Barterson behind the net. Donovan with the puck for Rayside. Now Partridge gets it over to Wolcott. The lovely Jenna has promised me, Larry, that I will win Chuck-a-Puck tonight. She is guaranteed.
Uh-oh.
So I appreciate that, Jenna. She's even looking for the lucky puck. Now a quick
there
shot and a goal!
Number 12, Rowe. I guess you don't have to have too many shots on goal. You just got to have the right ones.
Yeah, exactly. As Austin Rowe will likely get the goal on that one. Second shot on that for the Eagles. First goal, they lead 1-0. Good things always happen, Larry, when you shoot the puck. We say that often. So that one likely to go to Austin Rowe. Don't think that was deflected, Larry.
No, I didn't think so.
We'll get the call from Bob St. Peter. Eagles with a 1-0 lead, just what the doctor ordered. Now we're a little bit of a delay here on the face-off. All right, looks like our linesman is set. So we'll get the call from Bob St. Peter eventually. We have one of the players kicked out of the face-off circle. And we'll get the call from Bob.
Goals scored by number 21, Nicke Techel.
I'm wrong. All right.
Assist number 12, Austin Rowe, and number 16, Thomas Dyball.
So Techel does get credit for the goal. Rowe and Dyball with the assists. Eagles don't care who got the goal. They're happy to be up 1-0. Now puck behind the Rayside net over to number 12, Sare. Sare in his own zone. Passes it up ice. Now back in the Eagle zone. Schwab up to Capiciolto. Casey with it. Casey moves in. Casey centers it. That one goes through the slot. Picked up by the Canadians. Now taken by the Eagles at center ice. Blair shoots it in as LaChance makes the save. Now Atkins behind his net for the Canadians. Halfway through this first period, 1-0 Eagles on the goal by Nicke Techel. Now here's Lamberti. Kicks it up to himself. Lamberti leaves it for Palmerio with some room. Palmerio with a shot up high. Might have hit LaChance in the head.
Yeah,
He's
he looks
a little slow getting up, too.
Yeah. Referee saw that. He's got his eye on him to make sure.
Yeah, he nodded that he was okay. Now here's McPhail with it. That was a tough shot right off the noggin. Now Lamberti tried to get around at center ice. Palmerio.
LaChance should have stayed down, get a whistle.
Now Blair shoots it in. Snow with the puck. Shot 7-4 Canadians. Eagles lead 1-0. Rayside with it at center ice. Shot back in. McPhail with it. Over on the far boards. Kept in by Snow. Now here's Crassy. Crassy along the end boards. Lost his stick. Picks it back up. Clark gets it. Crassy still trying to get that stick. Now White keeps it in. Quick shot. McPhail will hold, and we'll have immediate timeout, Larry. 9:05 to play here in this first period. Eagles, first blood, they lead 1-0.
Yeah.
So
referee just went and talked to LaChance and see if he's okay. But he has the opportunity to immediate timeout to get looked at, too.
Well, speaking of opportunities, Larry, for immediate timeouts, why don't you tell us about some of the great Sioux Eagles sponsors here that help Sioux Eagles hockey all season long?
I can do that. some of the sponsors that help these Eagle folks out, tell you folks, Palace Saloon, Buffalo Wild Wings, Wicked Sisters, that's where you do some of your
Monday night game.
Show, yeah, Alpha Bar and the Antlers Restaurant.
That's where you do a lot of your business there, especially those last couple.
All these places that start with A, yeah. A.
Yeah, for those at home that might want to get in touch with Larry Podsbon or maybe want to just see him, that's usually a good place on weekends.
The Alpha Bar.
Ask our good friend George Orfanos, watching back in Illinois.
Steve.
Or Steve, why do I always call him George? He's so young looking. That's what it is. It's just like, I think he's his son. I think he's 18 years old, apparently.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, exactly. Off the media timeout, face off in the Eagles zone. 9:05 to play in this first period. Face off to the left of McPhail. Face off won by the Eagles. Tharaldson over to Banser. Now Banser picks up the puck at center ice, shoots it into the Canadian zone. LaChance behind his net. He'll wrap it off the near boards. Pass to center ice. Picked up by Wolcott. He'll shoot it in. Gets around Schwab. Wolcott behind the net. Now poke checked away by Schwab. Eagles with the puck in their own zone. Banser. Now behind the net, Schwab. Passes over to Tharaldson. Tharaldson's pass off the boards to Quinn. Quinn across the blue line. Quinn with a shot and a glove save there by LaChance, and he'll hold. We'll have Sioux Eagles hockey Friday night here at Pullar Stadium as the Espanola Express will make their final visit to Pullar Stadium. Well, the face-off 7:30, pregame show 7:15. The Eagles will be on the road at 4-2. Saturday they'll be at Espanola, and then Monday night a big game at the BMCC. Not Bay Mills Community College, Blind River, that's R, excuse me. Get my letters mixed up. BRCC, the Blind River Community Center. So much for that whole analogy. Now here's Crassy with the puck. Now Butcher gets it up ice. Picked up by Bobby Price. Price with it. Techel way offside.
Way.
Nobody's debating that one.
That 2-foot rule. Don't stick handle inside or the either side of the blue line. Getting offside, or you lose possession of the puck.
Face off outside the Canadians' blue line. 8:05 to play in this first period. Sioux Eagles goal by Nicke Techel earlier in this period. And that is Tekel's 27th goal of the season for the home team. Now Barson gets it to Techel. Techel poke checked away by Bagby, gets it back. Techel behind the net. As he's ridden off the play.
Two guys took him out.
Yeah, die ball at center ice for the Eagles. Pass up to Techel, cross the blue line. Techel with a snipe, misses the net. On the near side boards, Price backhands it off the glass. Maltese can't clear it. Now the Canadians do. Price picks it up at center ice. Near side to Clark. He'll fire it in. Clark gets his own shot in. Clark over there. He gets hit. Eagles go for a line change. Now the Canadians with it. Capiciolto gets that one out of midair. Now shot in by Rowe. Behind the net over to the near far boards. Aiello. Intercepted by Saxton. Now Aiello gets it back. 7 minutes to play in this first period. Canadians with the puck. They'll clear it into the Eagles zone. Schwab. Long pass up ice just out of the reach of Saxton. That'll be icing with 6:49 to play here in the first period.
Yeah, you got to get a better eye view of your player to pass that puck. Okay, again, we had chuck a puck. 50-50 tickets when you come here. I'm not sure. Depending on the crowd, you got a chance to win a few bucks. Spend $1 to win a few bucks.
That's true. Face off to the left of McPhail. Canadians win this face off. Lavallee at the blue line. Quick shot. Misses the net. Schwab on the rebound. As that one goes to center ice. Rowe on the right wing side. Now Rowe trying to get that puck. Lavallee on the near boards. Rowe comes up with it for the Eagles. Now Rowe gets knocked down. Back to Tharaldson. Quick shot. That misses the net. Wolcott on the rebound for the Canadians. Now Wolcott across his own blue line. Wolcott plays that one off the glass, and that'll go out of play. We'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. Well, Larry, big hockey games this morning and late last night in the Olympics, the U.S. in their quarterfinal. No NHL players on any squads.
No, ex-NHLers.
That's true. They lose to the Czech Republic in a shootout, which is absolutely abhorrent that they actually still have that as a determining factor of a team getting knocked out of the Olympics. I just think that rule is ridiculous.
But that's only in the finals, because I shouldn't say in the finals, because in the round.
No, they do shootouts.
Round robin. I thought they played 4-on-4 or something like that.
They do 5 3-on-3 and do the shootout, just like they did today, or maybe it's 10. But Canada beats Finland 1-0, so it's Canada and Germany. Now here's Palmario with it. Palmario with the shot, and a goal! Every time I start talking about something else, Larry, the Sioux Eagles seem to score.
I was thinking the same thing.
5:49 to play in this first period. Jake Palmario has given the Eagles a 2-0 lead, and, well, you can't say the Eagles aren't capitalizing on their limited opportunities so far tonight.
You're right, yeah. So shot 8-6 there.
Yeah, so we'll get the call from Bob St. Peter. Really, the only good scoring chances have been the ones the Eagles have scored on. They really haven't had any other than that. Doesn't matter. The Eagles will take it. They lead 2-0. Jake Palmario with the goal.
Goal scored by number 8, Jake Palmario. Assist, number 7, Brendan Blair, and number 26, William Casey. The time of the goal, 14-11.
So Blair and Casey get the assist as Eagles lead by the score of 2-0. Finishing my thought there, Larry. Canada beat Finland in the quarterfinals 1-0. They'll take on Germany, who upset Sweden in overtime, non-shootout overtime win, 4-3. And the Russians, I will call them the Russians because they are Russians, forget the Olympic athlete nonsense. They'll take on the Czech Republic in the other semifinal. So no miracle on ice for the U.S., but they had a good effort, I think, today. Now here's Clark with it in his own zone. Wraps that off the high boards. Krasse plays it down low. Here's Noah with it. Noah with the puck for the Canadians. Off the boards. Kept in at the blue line. Now shot back in. Clark with the puck behind his net. 5 minutes to play here in this first period. Now here's Donovan. He shoots it in. McPhail stops it behind the net. Eagles lead 2-0. Just the start they wanted. Took them a while, but they've scored on their opportunities tonight. Now Donovan in front of his own bench. Canadians have it. They'll skate it to center ice. Now poke checked away by Banser for the Eagles. Banser loses the puck. Puck in the Canadian zone. Rayside now, rink-wide pass to Gaudreau. Gaudreau across the blue line. Here's Thoraldson. Thoraldson's pass out of the reach of Orfanos. He comes back up with it. Now gets it up ice quickly to Quinn. Quinn's pass, a little too far for Banser. Atkins with it for the Canadians. Plays over along the far boards to Wolcott. Back along the near side. Atkins for the Canadians. Atkins flips it to center. Thoraldson off the boards. Gaudreau will shoot it in. Easy stop there for McPhail. Now Schwab has it. Pass on the near side to Thoraldson. Thoraldson plays it off the boards, back into the Canadians' end. 3:50 to play in this first period. Still 2-0 Eagles. The last regular season meeting between these two squads. Now here's Partridge with it. Partridge moves in that. A shot up high, save McPhail, rebound. That one goes wide. Now Atkins keeps it in at the point. Tried to find Wolcott. Puck goes behind the net. Wolcott catches up to it. Now Techel with it. Techel tried to pass it over to Banser, who was going to the bench. He had to stop. Now he's getting a line change, and that one will go out of play with 3:22 to play here in the first period. 2-0 Sioux Eagles.
The line that just went off for the Eagles, Orfanos, Quinn, and Banser, they're back playing just that shift right there, the way they've started at the beginning of the year. Buzzing, forechecking and back checking.
Yeah.
Good shift for them.
Now here's Blair with it. Want to say hello to Tom, who's watching tonight on Hockey TV. He was here on Friday. Watching tonight. Here's Spatafor with it. Spatafor over to Lavallee. Now at center ice, Butcher. Puck goes along the near boards. Picked up by Spatafor in his own zone. Now Butcher pinches in. Puts a shot on net. Save LaChance. Rebound behind the net. Lavallee has it. Now Blair, his shot, that one goes a mile wide. Look out, that goes off the wall on the far side. As
that guy was standing there.
Yeah.
He got a camera? Or?
I think that is a camera. I thought maybe he was tweeting us for a second there, Larry, but it looks like he is doing official business over there.
Keep your eye on the puck.
Yeah, you do in this place. You're close to the action.
I watched that Greyhound game the other night. The puck, an innocent shot, cleared over the glass, come down, hit a lady in the head.
Oh.
She wasn't what? Had to give her the towel and take her up right for medical aid.
Well, I can remember sitting behind the old Memorial Gardens, and boy, when you sat in that end zone, you better be paying attention,
yes.
especially during warm-ups.
Yes.
Holy mackerel.
It was like target practice.
It really was.
Sometimes.
It really was. You had to be on your toes. This is the days before texting, thankfully. There probably have been a dozen people in the hospital each night.
Yeah, they didn't have the netting up behind
there.
No,
they didn't.
The glass just went as high as this right now, and that was it.
It was something.
It was murderer's row.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Me and my good friend Don watching tonight can attest to some of those games. We used to go to many of them back when they won their last Memorial Cup.
That was in '93.
Yep.
They had a chance a couple of years ago, didn't get anywhere.
Yep. Well, they are locked and loaded this year.
Yeah, we're going to try again.
Here's Donovan with it at center ice. 2 minutes to play in the first period. Donovan gets around one. Poke checked away by Clark. Puck along the near boards. Picked up by the Eagles. Rowe. Now Rowe crosses his own blue line. Skates it to center. Now he'll shoot it in as the Eagles go for a line change.
They're going to make a goal change. You watch. Give it back to Roland, not Techel.
Here's Donovan across the blue line. Puck goes to Schwab. Look out as that one hits a player on the bench. Oh, my goodness. That's not going to go on his highlight reel. Is that Palmario? He's
I don't know. There's Price there. Price picked up the puck.
He's still sitting down. He doesn't want to be seen right now. That was we got to see who that was. It's either that or Capiciolto. I can't tell if that's an 8 or a 9. I think that's Capiciolto, so we'll have to give him a hard time when we see him on that one. Now here's Casey with it. Casey with the shot. That one might have been saved a bit by LaChance. Now it's center ice. Here's White. White, good job by Schwab, taking the body. White gets out of it, though. Gets the puck again. Now White with it in front. A shot. Save there. Atkins with the puck. Gets it to White. Now back to Atkins. Atkins shoots one off the boards. Tharaldson will clear that to center. Now here's Casey chasing it. Casey with it. Casey with a shot. Glove save. LaChance, and he'll hold with 57 seconds remaining as Palmario was going to the net on the far side.
You got to take away. You got to get away from his glove. He's got a good glove. You got to get away from that, Eagles.
Coming up in the second period, Larry and I will play our favorite game, Guess the Attendance. And you at home on Twitter can also play. Larry will try to guesstimate how many butts are in the seats, so to speak, as far as attendance. I and you on Twitter can say higher or lower. Feel free to put your numbered guess up there as well. And the winner will get a grand prize dinner, compliments of Larry Pozzebon at the restaurant of your choice when you're up here watching the Eagles.
That's fake news, folks.
There you go. Very good. Well played, sir. There's Techel
there
with
it
it.
is.
Barterson with a shot. Oh, it hits Lavallee in front. Picked up by the Canadians. They probably just want this period to end.
Right
down
now,
2-0.
oh,
that hits a water bottle on the bench, and so that'll keep the face-off, I would think, in the Canadian zone.
Yes, it is.
So, Larry, good period for the Eagles. They didn't dominate play by any stretch, but they scored on their opportunities. They lead 2-0.
I'm an adage of it ain't over yet.
No.
The period, I mean. The game, no, but the period, neither.
Lots of time as the Canadians win the puck. Just out of the reach of White. Blair with it. Blair over to Butcher. Back to Blair. Now here's Price with it across the blue line. I want to say hello to Vicky down in Houston if she's watching tonight. Now here's Butcher with it. Shot, save, rebound as LaChance will hold as the shot's now 10-8 in favor of the Canadians. So 6.3 seconds remaining. Face off to the right of LaChance. Eagles hope to win the face-off. Maybe get one more scoring opportunity. The Canadians do win it. That one will hit off the high glass. And after one period of play, the Sioux Eagles lead the Rayside Balfour Canadians by the score of 2-0. Larry and I will be back for the second period. But until then, you can hear the great music of our DJ, Josh Horn, here on Intermission. We'll be back in the second period here on Hockey TV. Scott Nason back at Pullar Stadium here on Hockey TV. Our score after one period of play, the Sioux Eagles lead the Rayside Balfour Canadians by the score of 2-0. Before we recap the first period and have Larry Posabon join us, want to say some more hellos on Twitter. I want to say hello to Tom Blair. We said hi to him earlier, as he says that the whole family is watching from St. Louis. Mom Carla, sister Lauren, and Dad Tom. He says, go Eagles. Also, the grandparents are watching from Florida. I also want to say a thank you to a couple people here that actually were hunting Larry down, and I got a little nervous
without guns
with a couple big Italian guys coming up here hunting Larry down. I thought maybe there was some problems, but of course not. It was John Palmerio and the other gentleman, Larry, who apparently is a relative of yours.
Yeah, distant relative, Dave Girardi.
Right. So they came up because it's Jake's final season here, and so they wanted to get a picture and say hello to us. We appreciate that, as well as we talk a lot about Sven Schwab watching in Illinois, and, well, we got to meet
Lana.
Mrs. Schwab.
Yeah.
Lana, very nice.
Yeah, nice. Come up here. She mastered the stairs.
She did?
Yeah, she was a very attractive, nice lady.
Tell us what you really think there, Larry.
Hey.
You got to be careful these days
you're
saying
right.
that.
Yes, yeah.
You're gonna get don't be Harvey Weinsteining us and everything. Let's be careful.
We enjoyed her company. She paid us some nice compliments, and we enjoyed those too.
Absolutely, we always enjoy compliments, Larry, and we appreciate anybody. If the parents, if you're watching tonight, we met almost probably everybody on Twitter. But if you are not on Twitter, you're watching on Hockey TV, come say hi to us. We love to, put a face to a name, so to speak, and, hear how your son is doing. And, pretty much everybody we talk to, their sons are enjoying it here. It's a great place to play hockey, Larry. We're not called Hockey Town USA for nothing.
No,
but
this is a good city.
To play in a stadium like this, and I had to chuckle. A couple weeks ago when we were here, CTV did a nice little feature on the Pullar and the Sioux Eagles.
You're right, yes.
And one of the comments they had from General Manager Bruno Braganolo when talking about the Pullar, I can't remember exactly what he said, but he said that a lot of these other arenas look like operating rooms. You got the white, the screen on the side. I kind of chuckled on that. We're very lucky, and we say it often. I'm going to say it more often. We're lucky to broadcast here at Pullar Stadium.
It's a nice building. It's a good building. It's an old building, and they did quite a few renovations the last couple of years, and just keep it in shape, because this is one of the only two original hockey rinks around in the United States.
Yeah. Well, after one period, Larry, the Eagles with a 2-0 lead. Recapping the scoring, the Eagles got on the board at the 8:58 mark. I want to refresh that because I wasn't sure if they changed anything on that first goal.
They haven't, but I went down and talked to them, and myself and a couple others down there were saying, yeah, it was roll, but they're going to have to wait and see again.
Well, the lobbying effort paid off, because they did change one assist to Hayden Clark, who I thought should have gotten an assist on that. So Techel scored from Rowan 8:58, then Jake Palmerio, his 22nd of the season, at 14-11 with assists from Brendan Blair and William Casey. Shots on goal 10-8, favoring the Canadians. But it's the Eagles with a 2-0 lead here to start this second period. Eagles going right to left as seen on your video monitor, or the big screen TV in Sudbury, as we found.
Big screen.
That's right, probably big screens all over the place. It's amazing how many big screens you see in houses now. Man, everything else has gotten smaller, but TVs have gotten bigger.
You're right, yeah.
Now a quick shot there. LaChance with the save. At least the fronts of the TVs. The backs of the TVs aren't near as big as they used to. Holy mackerel.
Yeah, really.
Things are like
we had one of those downstairs in the rec room.
Refrigerator. Now that shot goes down the ice as McPhail will hold, and we'll have a face-off. One other game going on in the NOJHL tonight, Larry, in the East, so it won't affect the standings here in the West that we are watching closely. After one period in Timmins, it's 1-1 between Kirkland Lake and the Timmins Rock. Timmins likely to finish 5th, while Kirkland Lake is pretty much in the 3rd spot. They're going to take on the Cochrane in the second round playoffs in the East, which are best of 7. Now face-off won by the Canadians. Shot trickles through, save by McPhail. Clark with the puck, intercepted there by Wolcott. Now Clark in front of his own net. Passes it on the near side, intercepted there by the Canadians. Now poke check to center by Capiciolto. Capiciolto across the blue line. Plays it off the boards. Taken there by the Canadians at center ice. Donovan, he'll shoot it in. Now Donovan gets it back. Donovan moves in. Donovan with the shot. Big save there with the glove by McPhail. And the puck goes to Capiciolto.
Yeah, he was screened on that, and he just caught a piece of it right at the end. In fact, he couldn't squeeze it closed because that's how fast it was there.
Now Wolcott with it. Wolcott clears it to center. Die ball. Die ball backhands that puck in. Capiciolto touches back up. Eagles onside. Canadians with the puck, trailing 2-0. We played a minute and a half of this first period. Now here's the Eagles, and what do we have here, Larry? We have our first penalty of the night.
We got a slashing against the Eagles.
So the Eagles will go on the power play, or rather they'll be shorthanded, Larry. 18-10 to play here in this second period. That one was kind of out of my sight, Larry. I didn't see what happened.
I didn't either because Capiciolto was already on the bench. He went for a line change, so I missed that also.
Coming up here at the midway point of the period, Larry will guess the attendance. And you can play on Twitter. Tweet me SNason2013. We'll put Larry's guess up there. You can say higher or lower. Or put up your own guess. We only have a couple guesses, Larry. But I'm not going to give you any hints.
9, Matt Capiciolto. 2 minutes, slashing. The time of the penalty, 1:50.
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Slashing the call on Capiciolto. Now Spatafor. So we haven't heard much of Bob. He's been having a pretty good night up until that point. Now here's No behind the net. Canadians on the power play. Buckle on the near boards. Lavallee at the point. Now he slides it over to Spatafor. Spatafor to No. Shot. Save there, McPhail. Crassy with the puck in front of his own bench. Spatafor another shot. McPhail's going to stop that one and hold. Minute 18 left on the power play.
I like what McPhail's doing right there. And he stops the puck. He's got a leads it in front. He's not getting a quick whistle. He's waiting until the opposition comes in. He'll put his glove on it. Good. Kills off more seconds on this penalty.
Shots on goal 14-9 in favor of the Canadians. Still a minute 18 left on their power play. Rayside wins the faceoff. Bagby at the near point. Now along the near boards. Partridge. Partridge back to Bagby. Now Bagby with the wrister. That one hits Schwab in the skate. Goes to Partridge. He gets knocked down. Donovan slides it over. Now back to the point. Donovan winds and fires. Save there. McPhail. Thoraldson trying to clear it. Picked up by Donovan. 50 seconds remaining on the Canadians' power play. At the point, Donovan. Donovan passes up the shot. Passes over now near side. Shot. Big pad save. Rebound. Don't know if he made the save, Larry. That one just missed the net.
That just went past everybody there. Right through the crease.
Now Donovan in his own zone. Over to Bagby. 30 seconds left on the power play. 16:40 to play in the second period. Eagles with a 2-0 lead. Techel and Palmario, the goal scorers in the first period. Now puck along the far boards in the Canadian zone. Eagles will take that as they'll just try to kill more time off the power play of Rayside. 10 seconds remaining. Canadians with the puck. On the near boards, Bagby. He skates it in. Poke checked away by Butcher as the penalty will expire, so Eagles kill off their first short-handed situation. Canadians with it at center ice. Snow across the blue line with the shot as McPhail will make the save. Now, Larry, I look over to that far side circle, and I see a broken stick on the ice. And it looks like it might be Rayside Balfour, so we do have a few of their fans watching, so fortunately, whoever broke that stick, their family is going to be out at least $300-400 now with the exchange rate and the way sticks are, right?
Well, no way. I'll tell you right now, we have a guy right beside me here, Rob Horn and Brian Huntley. They fix your stick. We'll get more into that maybe at the media timeout.
Sounds good to me. So stay tuned. That's a nice tease there, Larry. Just kind of laying that one out there, and people want more, and you've been doing this a while. Now here's Capiciolto, who's shooting into the Canadians' end. Snow. Over to Atkins. Now to White. Picked up by No. 3-on-2. Not a lot of odd man rushes here tonight. Crassy with it. Crassy moves to the net. Puts it in front. Save McPhail. Rebound goes to the Eagles. Snow keeps it in for the Canadians. Shot right back
down.
in.
He's hurt.
That's the Eagles cannot afford another injury as Capiciolto is still over there. And I didn't see what happened, Larry. It was out of my sight, but we did hear the crash. And that is not a good sign right there. No penalty on the play as trainer Kerry Evie comes out to take a look at Capiciolto, who's still down. And so we can only hope for the best here, Larry, as Capiciolto's down. So, Larry, why don't we talk about fixyourstick.com? Where can our folks get more about that?
Okay, just go to internet, fixurstick.com. $35. It'll fix your shaft, the blade, the heel, the toe, and it'll also fix the goalie sticks. Rob Horn, Brian Huntley, Fix Your Stick, and you get hold of Rob at 906-322-3330 or Brian Huntley at 860-578-3606.
Well, Larry, we see there's a bunch of blood on the ice as Capiciolto is holding up that left hand up to the face, and so you would think there would be a penalty with blood on the ice, and it looks like he's got a gash right above the eye. So
now they got to get a conference there, the referees and the linesmen, to see what what did you see?
Well, with 4 people on the ice, somebody should see something.
Yeah.
They don't have the block view like we do. Maybe one official didn't see it, but 4 should.
Somebody, they can replay it at home, and
That's
maybe
right.
somebody can let us know what happened there.
Yeah, if you have a chance while there's a break, you can rewind. And if anybody on Twitter that's tweeted can give us an idea of what happened there. Again, it's right in the area where it's kind of out of our view. We have to really lean over up on the gondola here to see along these near side boards. And we did hear the crash, and we did see the blood, so obviously there was some contact. Whether or not it was legal or not is, well, we can't say because we didn't see it. But it does not look like there will be a penalty called. And so face-off will be to the right of McPhail. 15-19 to play in this first period. Shots 18-9 in favor of Rayside.
Watch it on replay.
So here we go. Face-off to the right of McPhail. Face-off won by the Canadians. Quick one-timer saved by McPhail. Now puck over to Aiello. Back to Lavallee. Lavallee moves in a shot. Another save by McPhail. He's been very busy to start the second period, Larry.
He has been, and he's Johnny Be True there.
He's not here. Matt Be True. Oh, you're talking on the ice. Now Lavallee shot. Blocked there by the Eagles or Fanos. Pass over to Schwab. Now Schwab quickly back to Banser. Banser shoots it in. Spatafor in his own zone. Now Lavallee. Back to the point. Chasing it. Now one's going to go on near side boards. Picked up by Spatafor. Here's Lavallee with it. Across the blue line. Wraps it hard off the boards. McPhail stops it behind the net. Butcher avoids the hit. Now Sare with it. Moving in a shot. McPhail didn't see that one and ended up going wide. Canadians all over the Eagles here in the second period.
Yeah, they are.
Now here's Sare with the shot. That one nice block by Quinn. And that one,
he's hurt.
I don't know where the puck is. It was in his equipment there. As now we get another little tap after the whistle by Spatafor. And now starting to get a little chippy out there, Larry, as we probably expected.
That call, the whistle blowing, they're saying gloving the puck ahead, so in the neutral zone. That's what the call was to stop at that play.
Yeah, after Quinn blocked that shot, it seemed to be kind of stuck in his pads there for a good 5-10 seconds. So that'll bring the face-off back in the Eagles zone. 14:09 to play here in the second period. 2-0 Eagles. Face-off to the right of McPhail. Rowe to take the draw. Techel for the Eagles. Eagles win the face-off. Techel with it. Techel's pass just out of the reach of Barterson. Picked up by the Canadians. Can't clear it, though. Die ball shot deflected there. Just goes wide. Might have gone off a Bagby's stick. Now the Canadians with it. Trailing by 2. Under 14 to play. Here's Sare with it. Said it twice for effect. As Tharaldson breaks up that play. Rowe for the Canadians. Along the end boards. Now picked up by Techel. Puck still laying there behind the net. Over on the near side. Now back to center. Into the Canadian zone. Donovan with it. Donovan shoots that one down the ice. Techel will make his easiest save of the night. Kicks it behind the net to Tharaldson. Shots now 20-9 in favor of the Canadians. Here's Rowe with it. Rowe with a shot. He misses the net. Bagby pinches in. Now the Eagles clear it to center. Price with it. Price got Techel going to the net. Price in. Price shot. Misses the net. Rebound picked up by Donovan. Along the far boards, kept in by Blair. Now Blair shot deflects and a goal!
Deflected in front by somebody. Could have been Techel, or else it went straight in, maybe off a Canadian player.
Well, you talk about puck luck, Larry. The Eagles are definitely getting some of that tonight, as despite being outshot by a 2-1 margin, they lead by the score of 3-0, 12:56 to play in the second period. They are making their opportunities count tonight.
They are, I'll tell you. The penalty they had to kill off, and Canadians were very strong on it. Then after that, they just kept rolling, but they just couldn't hit the net, the Canadians.
Eagle goal scored by number 7, Brendan Blair.
Blair family, rather, happy about that one.
Number 21, Nicke Techel. The time of the goal, 7:04.
So Brendan Blair with the goal, Techel with the assist. Blair is very happy in St. Louis and Florida. Now a shot blocked there by McPhail. The Eagles lead 3-0. You mentioned earlier, Eagles, if they want to avoid, wow, look at that. The stick goes up into the netting. Now that I've never seen. That's be fun to see them get that one down. Now the puck goes behind the net.
Fix your stick can't do anything about that.
You're right. Might need one of our rink rats with the ladder to try to get that out. I've never seen that here. Now, here's Saxon across the blue line. Lamberti going to the net. Drop pass to Rowe. Rowe with it. Shot. Hits Lamberti in front. Rowe with it. Schwab wants it. Now Lamberti. Lamberti on the near boards. Being held up by Snow. Now 4 players over there. Lamberti. Picked up by Rowe. Rowe with the puck behind the net. Rowe back to the point. That one blocked by Donovan. Nice job by Dyball to keep it in. Finally cleared to center by the Canadians. 11:35 to play in the second period. Shots 20-10 in favor of Rayside, but the score is 3-0 Eagles. Now puck at center ice. No and Schwab tangle. Now picked up by No.
Oh, good hit.
Clears it to centers. Yeah, Lamberti with a nice hit on No. Here's Dyball. Dyball across the blue line with the shot. That one deflects into the netting. We'll have a face-off as they got the stick over there, Larry. I must have missed that, as I'm sure one of the players probably used his stick to get it. So,
yeah, and they were trying to hold on to it, but it goes back to the Eagles bench.
11:14 to play in this second period. So, Larry, have you put any thoughts towards your attendance guest tonight? Smaller crowd than we're used to. You got a couple minutes to get your ducks in a row.
Okay.
To put a number. You're up 1 in the series, so it's a big one for me. Now here's Crassy with it. Crassy puts it in front. Stopped by McPhail. Now Crassy gets it right back. Tried to find No. That goes through the slot. Over to Blair. Under 11 to play in this second period. Eagles with a 3-0 lead. Blair, Palmario, your goal scorers along with Techel. Now here's Palmario with a shot. That just misses. Over behind the net to Casey. Now Lavallee clears it to center. Blair with the puck. Now Blair's got to be careful there. Poke checked away. Butcher has it. He clears it to center. Spatafor. That's going to be offside, but the Canadians touch up. Now Blair over to Butcher. Butcher at center ice, intercepted by Spatafor. And Spatafor has to wait for his players to get onside. They do. He shoots it in. Blair behind the net. Blair with the puck. Off the boards. Aiello keeps it in. Now the Eagles trying to clear it. Aiello with a shot. Misses the net. Janoski with it for the Canadians. Over to Maltese. Now Quinn picks up the puck for the Eagles. Halfway through the second period. 3-0. Favor of the home team. Now Quinn shot. Pad save there by LaChance. We haven't said his name too much, Larry, because, well, the Eagles haven't had a whole lot of shots.
No.
Here's Maltese with it. Maltese with the shot and gloved down by McPhail, and he'll hold with 9:45 to play in the second period. Media timeout.
All right.
And the Eagles, despite being outshot 21-10, Larry, lead 3-0.
All right, let me have a look around here. Oh, I see Toots Kovacs from the Thunderbirds is over here watching this game.
Yeah, they'll want to be very familiar with both these teams, as they already are.
Yeah.
So, Larry, do you have a attendance number that you want to put up there tonight?
I'm going to do that right now. I'm rattling some numbers in my head.
All right. Well, while you do that, Larry, let me mention that if you want to hear audio podcasts of Sioux Eagles hockey games, if If you want to hear our sports show, The Game, where we talk about the NLJHL and more, and hear other assorted broadcasts in the world of sports, go to the brand new podcast page of yours truly. You can find it at thegamesportshow.podbean.com. Once again, thegamesportshow.podbean.com. We'll put tonight's broadcast up tomorrow morning. Usually we get it up the day after. And you can keep it for the archives, if you will. It's free. You download it. You can save it to a zip drive. It's very simple. You can listen to all sorts of sports. If you're new to the area and want to know what's going on, I highly encourage you to listen to our shows. So, Larry, what is your attendance guess tonight?
487.
487. I will say unequivocally lower on your 487. We already did have a couple guesses come in as Josh Horn, our DJ, he's guessing lower too. He says 441. I like his number. I'm going to go with something around that number. I want to say hello to Joe McPhail. He says Joe and Kelly McPhail watching from Fenton, Michigan. He says he watched the hit on Capiciolto. He looked like it checked into the glass on his back shoulder, but looked clean to him. So, Joe, I appreciate you chiming in on that one. And thanks for watching, McPhail family. Your son is playing very well in net tonight. Now back to action as the Canadians have the puck in their own zone. Leishman with the puck. Love that feedback, Larry. You just can't get that anywhere else where it's just somebody can come in and say, hey, I watched it. This is what I saw. We appreciate that. Anytime you see something on the broadcast, please let us know. Now a shot there by Price and a save by LaChance, and he'll hold with 8:58 to play in this second period.
Okay, folks, when you come here, again, there's a lot of refreshments that you can enjoy. You can stop by the Eagle's Nest, and they have ice-cold beer, wine coolers, Chicago-style popcorn, warm pretzels, and various soft drinks to enjoy.
And for these midweek games, Larry, you get really good deal. $1 popcorn, $1 hot dogs, $1 pops. For those of you that aren't from Michigan or the Midwest, pop is soda.
Yep.
What do you call it in Canada?
Pop.
Yeah, I thought so. Now here's die ball. Shots 21-11 in favor of the Canadians. Now here's Rowe across the blue line. His shot, blocker save there by LaChance. If you're the Eagles, you want to shoot to that side, Larry, as you mentioned. Now here's No. Picks up the puck with some speed. No. Tried to get it in front. Save there, McPhail. Rebound, still loose in front. As No gets knocked down. We just had one penalty tonight. That one on the Eagles. Crassy with it. Now Crassy with the shot. That one hit somebody in front, I think. Yep, Saxton. Canadians still control it. Now back to the point, Atkins. His shot deflects wide. Yeah, Saxton kind of favoring that hand, or at least the area he got hit in. Snow with it. Snow puts it behind the net. Over to No. Now pinching in the Canadians player. That's Atkins. Back to the point. Now deflected out there by Rowe. He's going to chase the puck, but he's going to be beat by Snow. Now Snow with it. Snow still has it for the Canadians. Plays it off the board, center ice. Wolcott up to White. White across the blue line. White with it, a quick shot. McPhail, good save there as White got that one off quickly, but McPhail seeing the puck well tonight, Larry.
McPhail was looking at the guy coming to the front of the net, so he was feeling the pass was going to go that way, but then when it didn't, he come back very quickly and stopped that one.
So Greyhounds, Larry, a very successful weekend. You had a chance to see them Saturday night against Sarnia, winning 7-1, blanking Hamilton 10-0. They'll be on the road this weekend in Windsor and in London. Now the Hounds keep on rolling. You saw them up close and personal. What are your thoughts?
I still think they can play better. Oof. That's me. I tell you,
you are tough.
I'm tough. Yeah, I'll tell you something.
Jeez, Mrs. Posbon, boy, she's just wow. You're not tough on her, are you?
Oh, no.
I'm sure you're not.
I'm a pussycat.
I'm glad you completed that full sentence. Now here's Clark, or rather check that. That's Casey with it, loses the puck. Up to Wolcott. Wolcott across the blue line. Casey picks it up. Casey in front. Eagles want to get it out of there. They do. Lavallee has it. 7 minutes to play in the second period. Spatafor. Over to Lavallee. At center ice, Wolcott. Poke checked away, Palmario. Up to Casey. Now Casey gets it across the blue line. He winds and fires. Easy blocker save there, LaChance. Now puck taken by Casey. He loses it. Aiello.
Somebody's mouth guard down there in the face-off circle.
Baldino Aiello clears it down center ice. Picked up by Butcher. Over to Schwab. 6:30 to play in the second period. Now Schwab backhands the puck in. Lavallee on the near boards. Now it's center ice. Maltese. Run down a bit by Banser. Puck still in the Eagle zone. 4 players over there. We're going to have a whistle with 6:12 to play here in this second period.
A couple more sponsors, folks, when you're down here at the Pullar Stadium or in Sioux, Michigan. Salon C, Newberry Bottling Company, Midwest Wealth Strategies, Aaron's, Century 21, the Pro Shop, Big Bear Arena, Guido's Pizza, and Tryon Solutions. Patronize them if you can or if you need to.
Now face off outside the blue line. Won by the Eagles. They shoot the puck in. Here's Schwab. Schwab with the puck. Nice pass up to Orfanos. Now Orfanos across the blue line. Orfanos with it. Nice pass. Just out of the reach of Banser. Good scoring opportunity potential for the Eagles.
Nice setup, too.
Yeah. Now here's Maltese. He shoots it in. Behind the net, Maltese. Again, our attendance challenge for those that maybe missed it. Larry put a guess on the board of 487. I said lower, so if you want to play the attendance challenge, want to put up a number, tweet me SNason2013. Both Josh Horn and our radio compadre from...
The Music Man, eh?
Well, yeah, Josh to my left, and Matt actually said lower as well. Matt Pocket, who does some of the games for radio locally here for the Sioux Eagles.
Is that 12:30 on the AM dial?
Now, we don't promote.
Yeah, you got to be
But it's
quiet.
the Eagles, for ESPN 1400. There was a time that I didn't do that, so what do they say, time heals all wounds? Something like that, or just in general. Now here's Price with it. Price plays it over to the far boards. Techel has it. We just don't want people to tune away from us.
Yes.
That's kind of that whole thing.
Well, we're not on the radio.
That's true.
So they're not going to give up us for somebody else. No way.
No, we're irreplaceable, for lack of a better term. That one will go out of play.
That should go outside. And they're saying, let's see what they're doing. Who are they calling for? Inside. Okay.
5:03 to play in the second period. Shots 25-13 Rayside, but it's the Eagles with a 3-0 lead.
How many pucks do you have to chuck tonight?
3. Always get 3. Lucky 3.
Lucky 3 of the big boys over there.
Yeah, oh yeah. They get.
They're firing like a.
I think they put a 0 at that 3. That's what they get. Now puck at center ice. Barterson with it. He'll shoot it in. No icing. Puck goes behind the net. Eagles with the puck. Rather Canadians with it. Now a quick shot. That deflects wide. Now we're going to have a penalty. That's going to be on the Eagles again. Or is it not? No.
I don't know. I would say the Eagles because Rayside elbowing. Rayside had the puck, so I don't know. No, it's going to Rayside.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say they blew the whistle when Rayside had the puck.
Well, remember last week the Rayside thought they were on a power play,
right,
and yet the goaltender LaChance came out. You had to scurry back because it was a penalty. It was against Rayside.
So the Eagles will go on their first power play of the night. 4:39 to play here in the third period. And boy, if they can put one in here.
I was just saying that if they score here, it makes it a different game.
It does. It really does. We get the call from Bob. We didn't see the penalty. Again, kind of out of our sight. The puck behind the net. Snow has it.
Canadian penalty to number 27, Jeff Leishman. 2 minutes, elbowing.
So Leishman with the elbowing penalty. He goes on their first power play. Minute 40 left. Butcher. Butcher with the puck. Up the Price. Check that, Casey. Casey, that's going to be Saxon. He didn't drag that foot enough. He was definitely offside there, so a face-off outside the blue line. Larry, the other hockey team that we followed, the Lake Superior State University Lakers, a team that we thought were pretty much left for dead. Well, they won 4 in a row on the road, and they find themselves in a must-win situation down at Ferris this weekend. They're 3 points behind the Bulldogs, so they need to at least win one and then get to overtime and get some help. But a sweep, and the Lakers will get in the playoffs, believe it or not.
Look at this at the blue line. Look at this.
Yeah, Palmario and Atkins exchanging border greetings. Eagles on the power play, trying to set it up, but they can't even get in the zone right now.
No.
As they will shoot the puck. The Canadians will.
Terrible
Down the
start.
ice. Butcher with it. 1:05 left on the power play. Rink-wide pass. Palmario. Eagles a little discombobulated right now. Taken away by the Canadians. Now back to center ice.
And offside.
Mario goes to the bench, and that's going to cause a whistle to blow.
Yeah. Palmario was going for a line change, and he was way offside.
So that'll bring the face-off outside the blue line. 3:31 to play here in the second period. We'll be back Friday night as the Espanola Express will be at Pullar Stadium. Larry and I will have the call Friday, 7:15 pregame show with the opening face-off at 7:30. Eagles will be at Espanola on Saturday and then Blind River on Monday.
Now they're trying to decide where they're going to hold the puck.
They have a penalty, Larry, as there's 2 minutes on the board for the Eagles. I didn't see what happened there.
Neither did I.
I wonder if it's Palmario going off the bench on the offside, maybe?
No, I think maybe on that, and who shot the puck? Schwab, was it, or someone? I forget now who it was. They may have saying unsportsman, but wow.
We'll get the clarification from Bob St. Peter, 4-on-4 hockey for 52 seconds. And then the Canadians will go on the power play barring
Eagle
another
penalty
penalty.
to number 26. William Casey, 2 minutes. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
For shooting the
Time
puck
of the
after the
penalty,
whistle.
16-29.
There you have it. Casey with the penalty, 4-on-4 hockey, 3:21 to play here in the second period.
Yeah, that's unnecessary penalty.
Face off to the left of LaChance. Eagles win the face off. Techel, quick shot up high, saved their LaChance. That was a nifty little play by Techel.
Yeah, it was one of the few times we've been winning face-offs.
Yeah. It's been a rough night on the face-off circle for the Eagles, but it's been a good night on the scoreboard. They lead 3-0.
They'll take that one. We'll lose the face-offs, but we'll take the score, okay?
Yep. Face-off won again by the Eagles. Blair over to Butcher. Now Butcher moves in a shot, and a glove save there by LaChance, and already the Eagles with a couple quick shots here.
Nobody in front of the screen. Well, it's 4-on-4 hockey, but LaChance just saw that all the way. It was up high, easy glove save for him.
3:12 to play in this second period. Out-of-town scoreboard. Just one game in the NLJHL tonight.
Eagles win the face-off all the way back to the neutral zone.
Timmins leading Kirkland Lake at home 3-1. Now here's Butcher with it in his own zone. Butcher up to Barterson. 3 minutes to play. Now Barty shoots it in. I want to say hello to Lonnie Techel and family if they're watching tonight. Back in Wisconsin. There's some of our non-Twitter watchers, Larry.
Yeah.
Lonnie actually calls me, so that's nice. Now here's a chance for the Canadians as they are now on the power play for 1:05. In front, shot, save, rebound, another save there, McPhail.
Wow.
Boy, that second one, he just sprawled out and made a huge save there. Remember that save. As that make a 3-1 game would be very different going into the second intermission. McPhail, big save. Canadians still on the power play, 45 seconds remaining on it. Now McPhail. He'll play that off the high glass and down the ice. LaChance with the puck. He'll pass it over to, that was Bagby. Now here come the Canadians with it. White tried to bowl over Tharaldson. White has it. 20 seconds remaining on the power play. You know the Canadians would love to have one here.
Yeah.
Make it a 3-1 game. Here's White. Moving in, lost the puck. Nice little poke check out to center ice by Schwab.
10 seconds.
1:40 left in the second period. Here's White with it. Off the boards. White. As the Eagles at full strength. No with it for the Canadians. Crassy open, wanted the puck. Couldn't see him. Now a chance goes behind the net. Picked up by Casey. 1:20 to play here in the second period. Casey across the blue line. Casey moves in, pass over just behind Rowe. Might have been deflected there. Maltese up to Janowski. Eagles with it. Die ball.
They got to get some players back in there.
Minute left here in the second period. Janowski back to the point. Lavallee. His shot. Save McPhail. Rebound goes to the near side. Spatafor. He just hit that one against the referee. Don't think he did that intentionally, but the referee might think something else. As we'll have an icing call and a face-off back into the Canadian zone. It looked like Spatafor just wanted to play that one off the boards, ended up playing it off the referee.
He looks hurt.
Oh, it hit him pretty good. Referees don't quite have as many pads as the players do.
Well, he's got the important one there, and that's
an it's a good thing he did. He was in the ballpark, so to speak. Now Lavallee, quick shot. McPhail seeing the puck well. Now here we go. As these teams, no strangers to one another. This being the 8th and final meeting, and it has been a pretty tame affair for the most part, considering these two teams.
Schwab was standing up there very well. And he didn't retaliate or anything like that, which was good.
45 seconds to play here in the second period. We'll get the attendance figure from our official attendance people here during the second intermission. I will tweet out the results, Larry.
You do that.
So you won't hear them until we go back on the air in the third. Eagles would love to have a 3-0 lead going into this break, but they still have 30 seconds left here in the second period. Spatafor shoots it in.
Way offside, delayed.
Blair with it as Lamberti gets hit after the play.
There we go. Something's going to happen here at center ice.
Now Saxton and Spatafor. Here we go. Saxton wants to go. Now here's Spatafor. Here we go. Saxton and Spatafor. Now Spatafor gets that right hand loose. Saxton gets a couple in. Kind of hit the helmet.
Yeah.
Now here's Saxton with another hit. Saxton and Spatafor going toe-to-toe. This is a good fight here at the Pullar. Saxton trying to get that jersey. Oh, there's a big shot by Spatafor. Another haymaker by Saxton. And that one, I'm going to call that a draw. That was a good fight, Larry.
That's a good fight.
And that's how you do it. Both guys drop the gloves. Both guys go to the showers. And, well, that's a good fight, although Spatafor doesn't seem to like it too much. Saxton, he's going to go to the bench. And, well, maybe that sends a little bit of a message if these two teams meet in the playoffs, Larry. And so we'll see if those wash out, but we haven't seen too many fights this year, Larry. That was one of the best we've seen. So we'll get the call from Bob St. Peter. Saxton definitely dropped the gloves first, Larry. Spatafor did slightly after, I'd say at least a couple seconds after, so I don't know if that warrants an instigator penalty or not. What do you think?
I think they might just, go with a 5-on-5, 5 each. But you never know.
There's your instigator, yeah. I mean, Saxton did drop the gloves first. Yeah. Spatafor did reply, but it was a few seconds after. So now the question is,
somebody was bleeding down there. We got some
definitely some punches connected there. I think both got the equal amount, as chuckling watching the Saxton family up there, and of course the girlfriend of Jake kind of probably a little nervous there, but she's seen enough games over the past few years that she's probably used to that. So it looks like Rayside will go on the power play, and anytime you have an instigator penalty, Larry, you have to worry about if it possibly could go into another game as far as missing Jake Saxton. Right now the Eagles, they don't have a lot of guys to move in and out of the lineup. They're pretty short-staffed.
Right now they are, yes. In this game too. Capiciotto, he hasn't come back yet, has he? No, so he's gone. Saxton's gone.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens
juggles
here.
The lines now.
Is now Jake Palmario, the other C captain for the Eagles. So it looks like it's going to be 2-5 for Saxton. I would imagine 5 for Spatafor, and a game misconduct for both. So 20 seconds remaining here in the second period. Eagles lead by the score of 3-0. The only goal here in this second period scored by Brendan Blair. That one earlier in this period, and that was Blair's third goal of the season. Techel and Bobby Price getting the assist on that one. Did you get the second assist? Add an assist to number 20, Bobby Price, Larry, on that third goal. Techel and Price. What would you do without me?
I don't know. I get it tomorrow night or tonight when I go home.
5 minutes for fighting, plus a game. To the Sioux Eagles, to number 3, Jake Saxton. 2 minutes instigating, 5 minutes for fighting, plus a game.
So there you have it, Larry. Saxton and Spatafor are both done, and our second period is done. And the Eagles, with a 3-0 lead, will be back for the third period here on Hockey TV. Scott Nason back at Pullar Stadium on this Wednesday night. Hockey TV, joined once again by Larry Pozzebon. And Poz, after 2 periods of play, the Eagles continue to lead this game right now by a 3-0 count. Before we recap the scoring and get to more things, your thoughts on the second period and the game in general?
Well, I like the way the Eagles, they didn't come out well in the second period. In fact, they were getting outshot like crazy there. I think at one point it was 2-1 for sure, really, like 20-10 or something like that. But they hung in. They killed off a penalty. Canadians had a good opportunity on the power play, but they just didn't capitalize on it. Eagles come right back after that and score, made it 3-0. And then the nasty stuff started. And that's the part I don't like about it. We had a couple Eagle players are out of the game here now between injuries and fighting. It shortens their bench. Hope nobody's hurt too seriously. Last week, the same two teams, we didn't get that. It was a 2-1 hockey game, and now it's a 3-0, and it just kind of changes the tempo of the game, and I really don't like the way it's going.
Recapping the scoring in that second period, Brendan Blair got the only goal for the Eagles at the 7:04 mark, his third of the season. Assist from Nicke Techel and Bobby Price. Nicke Techel scored in the first period along with Jacob Palmerio. Shots on goal in that second period, 19-8 in favor of Rayside, 29-16 overall. I want to thank Sven Schwab for sharing a video with me of that fight between Saxton and Spatafor. We call that one a draw. Some good punches connected. Saxton gets the extra 2 for instigating, but both those guys you won't see the rest of this game. You can't do that in this league and get back. It's not like it was a few years ago where you could fight a couple times as long as it wasn't under 10 minutes to play. Hockey and fighting has really gone the other way, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. It's like college hockey. It used to be. I'm not sure if they're still with that rule. If you fight in this game, you get thrown out of this game and the next.
Yeah. Larry, our attendance challenge tonight.
That's terrible.
No, we haven't gotten to it
I don't
know.
I'm just...
Don't get all upset here. I haven't even gotten to it. Our attendance challenge, Larry led the series by 1. Well, a little hint there as he said there were how many people in attendance tonight, Larry?
I said 200 and...
No. You said...
I said 487.
487, and everybody on Twitter said lower. I stress everybody on Twitter said lower, including yours truly. Our attendance was, Larry?
399.
399. So
that's lying.
No fake news here, Larry. I now have.
I'm not saying I should have won. I'm just saying I think the attendance was higher than 399.
Well, you know what? Tell it to the
judge.
Could
have been 412 or whatever, but it was not 399.
Tell it to the judge, pal. So the series is tied. We'll break the tie Friday night against Espanola, and then just have 2 other regular season games. So someone will go into the playoffs, Larry, with the lead.
Yeah, that has to
with
be.
with 3 games. So we'll continue this into the playoffs because we do know the Eagles are in the playoffs. We just don't know if they'll start that first round or second round. If they hang on and win, they'll be 5 points behind Blind River with 1 game in hand, and they do have a couple games against Blind River. So the Eagles, by the time they play Blind River here in a week, could potentially be up ahead of Blind River, but they're going to have to win all their games and hope to sweep Blind River in their 2 games. Still lots of time left in this one as the Canadians on the power play for another minute 15. Now at the point, a shot that deflects off the high glass. Rebound on the near side. Shot back down the ice.
Techel shot that one down.
As Nicke Techel has a goal and an assist. And it's Carter McPhail who has really played well, especially in that early part of the second period where it looked like Rayside was making a big push. He's kept them aside. Now a shot there. McPhail sees it all the way, and the shot by LaValle, and he'll hold with 51 seconds remaining on the power play.
Good play by Tharlson in front of the net to hold off the Rayside Balfour Canadian, give McPhail all the vision he needed.
Want to say hello to Janet Tharlson watching. She says, great game so far because we are winning. Hopefully the Eagles can finish. So thank you, Janet. Hopefully you're enjoying the show. Thank you to all that have chimed in and tweeted and have come up to the booth tonight, including Lana Schwab and John Palmerio. Now here's Wolcott.
And my Cougine.
That's right. Saw him
Dave
during the break.
Girardi.
Now here's Rowe with it across the blue line. Rowe tried to get it to Palmerio. Now Palmerio behind the net, wraparound chance, save there. Rebound, another chance, saved by LaChance. That was a real good save there as Rowe almost had a shorty. LaValle's pass over the far side, now back in front, no. Sticked aside by McPhail. Now here's Blair with it. Blair can't clear it. Kept in by Donovan. 5 seconds left on the power play. And so the Eagles kill that one off as well. Donovan plays it in the airboards. Wolcott. Shot, save, glove down, rebound. Another save. McPhail. He sprawls out.
Net's off.
And the net's off the moorings. As now here we go.
We're right on the ball, both
yes,
of you.
Yes, we are. As Gaddrell and Palmario come together as McPhail again making those big saves. Good with the pads, good with the gloves, good with everything tonight, Larry.
Yeah, he's doing well.
We'll be here Friday night as the Sioux Eagles will take on Espanola. The Eagles will be at Espanola on Saturday and then at Blind River on Monday before next weekend's pair of games. Parents Weekend, Military Weekend, Friday night. A week from Friday against Blind River and a week from Saturday against Elliott Lake. Then the Eagles will end the regular season at the Thunderbirds on Wednesday, March 7th.
That's on the road, though.
That's right. And then we will find out if the Eagles will be playing in that first round series, which they would host, or have the home ice advantage, I should say, or they'll be playing later. Now Barterson's shot. That one just missed.
Just missed.
Over along the far boards, picked up by the Canadians. Janowski shoots the puck in. Over to Dieball. No, Dieball behind the net. Gets over to the near far boards, just out of the reach of Techel. Shot right back into the Eagles' end, and that should be icing. And we'll have a face-off back in the Rayside end with 17:30 to play in this third period.
Referee caught a couple of Canadians trying to change, and he was right there on the spot.
Out-of-town scoreboard, Timmins leading Kirkland Lake by the score of 4-2. That one in the third period. The Winter Olympics are going on in Pyeongchang, South Korea, as there are lots of activities going on.
That ends this Sunday, right? Olympics.
Yeah, actually, I think I said the Canada-U.S. game is tomorrow night. Actually, that one's late tonight, Larry. 11:10. Are you staying up for that one?
I could stay up or I could tape it. And then the only thing I have to do tomorrow is get up.
Yeah. How about the Norwegians in the Olympics? They're leading the medal count. They're killing everybody.
Like, what's happening?
Yeah. U.S. has not been a real good Olympics for the U.S. overall. They've had a lot of their superstars not perform. Lindsey Vaughn last night had a bronze medal in one of the downhill ones. Now a shot, McPhail makes the save. Her last race. She's an old-timer at 33 in that race.
An old time, 33 years old. I shouldn't say you're washed up, but you're done.
Yeah, and the world of alpine skiing apparently you are. So, want to say hello, Larry. Another person tweeted. Want to say hello to Patty Lanning. She says, "Keep it up, Eagles." And she says, "Scott, I'm glad you're feeling better. I appreciate that, Patty. Nice to have the voice back." Now here's Lamberti with the shot, saved there by LaChance. Hard to do this gig when you have half a voice.
Well, you had somebody take care of you last week there on doing your work for you.
That's right.
That's what's going on.
I appreciate the staff at the radio station in Northern Transitions. Now a shot that goes wide over to Schwab. So that puck bounces in the near corner. With 16:15 to play in this third period, Eagles would love to have these 2 points. And these are 2 big points for Rayside, too. They're in a battle for first place with the Thunderbirds and Blind River. Still lots to be determined in this West Division. Any team can finish 1 through 4 at this point. Lavallee gets it in his own zone.
Yeah.
Donovan.
Position 5 is sewed up.
Right. Here's Dan 6. Now Donovan with it with a shot, and McPhail makes the save. As shots 33-19 in favor of the Rayside.
Okay, folks, another thing when you come down here, there's lots of good eats down at the concession. Polar burgers, chicken tenders, chicken wings, fries, poutine. I don't know what else. Salted nuts there, yeah. Well, they got everything down there.
Everything.
Popcorn and almost anything you want to drink except for beer and wine coolers.
Now Noah with the shot, gloved down by McPhail. As he has now made 34 saves tonight, Larry.
He's doing a bang-up job.
He really is. So the Eagles will have 6 more games after this one. And 2 must wins this weekend. Really, if they want to finish third place, they're going to have to mop up Espanola, which on paper they should. But again, you got to play the games. And Espanola, a team that hasn't packed it in by any stretch. They're still playing hard, and he's going to have to play hard to beat them here on Friday and there on Saturday. Now No tries to put it in front. McPhail makes that one look easy. He'll hold. There's a little bit of a slower pace to this third period, Larry.
Right now it is, yeah. Everybody's trying to get their legs going. I don't know. I can't figure it out. Something's. The Canadians are forechecking. The Eagles are trying to get out, but they're just nothing's really happening.
Good to see number 9 back out there for the Eagles, Larry. Matt Capiciolto back after getting banged up in that first period. Had some blood on the ice, but he's back out there with the puck in front. Capiciolto with the chance, lost it to Partridge. Kept in by Rowe. Now the Canadians with it. 15 minutes to play in this third period. Eagles with a 3-0 lead, looking to beat Rayside for just the second time this season in 8 tries. Centering chance, taken away by Rowe for the Eagles. Eagles.
That's offside delay.
Will clear the zone. Now back into the Eagles' end. Die ball with the puck behind his own net. On the near side, now flipped up to center. Rowe across the blue line, over a shot. Palmario and a save there, LaChance. That was a nice setup.
It was.
And Palmario put a good shot on net, but LaChance with a nice save. Gaudreau with it.
Yeah, his dad's sitting down
That's
that
right.
section
the
there.
VIP section, I might add. No shot down the ice, and they were marveling at the view up here, Larry, back when they came up. I don't know if they've been up here before.
I don't think so, not to my knowledge.
They were just like, wow, you guys have a great view. Now Barnes with the shot, save, rebound. I was telling them, a lot of the other broadcasters in this league don't have this view, so it's harder to see the action, when you're broadcasting in the corner or on the end. So we're very blessed to be in this arena, and even more blessed to be able to broadcast up here. Something you lobbied for a long time there, Larry.
Yeah, we were. We moved around in this building.
We did.
How many years we spent on the other side, right in the bleachers there?
Yeah.
That was fun, though.
Which it was. It had
fun.
A certain uniqueness to it.
Yeah, and everybody around us, people were not afraid to come up, like people that want to impose coming up here, but you're not imposing.
Sure.
Come up and say hello.
Sure.
Have your picture taken.
And you had, I think more people sit on this side now than they used to over there. You used to have some rowdy fans, especially,
yes.
Remember the fans to our right?
That was the Coast Guard.
Yeah, the Coast Guard, yeah.
Wow. They used to pop those cans down there,
yes,
or I should say those cups. Had a good time here.
Beverages are flowing. A stoppage in play, 13:38 to play here in this third period.
And then we moved over here below us, and that was fun, too.
Yeah.
That was good.
Now, we had to move up here because of the new scoreboard, because in our old broadcast position right underneath the gondola, which a little more spacious, we had a little more room to move, but we can't see the scoreboard, so it's kind of an important thing in the whole broadcasting thing, the names and the scores.
Yeah.
Really important. Now, here's Palmario with it. Palmario tried to find Casey, just out of his reach. Now, here come the Canadians. Rowe with it. Rowe across the blue line, just out of the reach of Leishman. Schwab with it behind the net. Now Schwab will flip it center ice off the glove of LaValle. Casey with it. Casey avoids the hit. Shots 36-21 in favor of the Canadians. Now Casey and Rowe tangling up a bit. Rowe picks up the puck. Rowe will flip that one center ice. Picked up by Sare. Now poke checked away
offside
by the Eagles. Palmario on the near side to Casey. Casey with it. Behind the net, Blair. Blair over to Butcher. Butcher lost the puck. Sare shoots it in, and McPhail just going to glove that down and hold.
McPhail says, let's get a line change. Yeah, down below here, it was good. The only negative before the scoreboard, new scoreboard, it was people were walking through all the time behind us and interfering with us a little bit like that, because it was open at both ends and people just walking through like, I got to get to the other side, between the beer ladies and the fans and everything else.
It was a Grand Central Station at times. Now the Eagles win the face-off. They get to center ice. Quinn.
I thought there was a turnstile there.
Yeah, really. Should have created one in there. Now here's Crassie over at the far boards, across the blue line. Crassie had that one poke checked away.
That's no icing. Went off of LaValle all the way down.
Back into the Canadian zone. 12:05 to play here in this third period. Eagles looking for 2 big points. They would move with within 5 points of Blind River for third place in the West Division. The Eagles still have a game in hand on the Beavers. We'll go through the remaining games for each of the 4 teams here on the next break, Larry. We talked a little bit about the Eagles' remaining games. They have 2 against Espanola, 2 against Blind River, and 1 at home against Elliott Lake. And here's Stephen Orfanos. Cross the blue line. Orfanos in. Orfanos shot. Hits the side of the net. It's crunched behind the net by LaValle. Now puck taken by the Canadians. They'll just shoot it back to center ice.
Defense were gone. We're not there because they're doing a line change.
Blair at center ice to Orfanos. Pass just out of the reach of Banser. Now Gaudreau on the near side. Atkins at center ice. Atkins puts it in, and that'll be offside with 11:11 to play here in the third period. So let's look at the schedule for both the Eagles and Beavers to start out. We mentioned, Larry, the Eagles have a home-and-home with Espanola and Blind River, home against Elliott Lake, and at the Thunderbirds. They will have 6 games remaining after this one, 5 points behind Blind River. We'll get to the Beavers' schedule here in a moment. Now Blair with it. And that one will go out of play. So, Larry, the Beavers have 5 games remaining. They have a home-and-home with the Thunderbirds. They do have 1 against Espanola, and they have 2 against the Eagles. So, not really an easy schedule. You would expect them to get the 2 points against Espanola. So, really, it's going to come down, in my opinion, third place will be between those 2 games. The Eagles got to sweep. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty tough. The math is tough for them to get third place if they don't.
Yes. And continue leading this game and winning it also.
Exactly, and beating Espanola twice. Now here's Palmario across the blue line. Palmario with the move. Now over in the far boards. Palmario broken up there by the Canadians. Gaudreau plays it to center ice. Canadians dump it in. Partridge along the end boards. Partridge got it taken away by Rowe. Now Rowe with it. Over to Butcher. Butcher clears the zone. 10:25 to play in the third period. Eagles lead 3-0. As Rayside really not getting the scoring opportunities they had in the second, at least in the last few minutes. Donovan shoots it in. McPhail along the near boards. Blair clears it to center. Picked up by Donovan. Shot back into the Eagles zone. Now poke checked away. Blair with it. He'll clear it to center, picked up by Techel. He's got Barterson. Techel with the puck. Techel in. Techel shot. And a goal! That's what you call a sniper, Larry.
Yes.
He sniped that near corner just over the hand of Mr. LaChance, and that's a big goal there for the Eagles.
We said before the game that, we hadn't heard too much from him. Remember that line? Well, he must have heard us, and he says,
I think so.
I'm going to talk. I'm going to show you guys.
That's right. Dad Lonnie and family enjoying that one in Wisconsin as the Eagles will pick up the goal 4-0 as we have a media timeout. So while we do, Larry, before we get the goal, let's look at the remaining games for Rayside, Balfour, and the Sioux Thunderbirds. So if this score holds, Rayside will still be in first place. They'll have 70 points and have 5 games remaining. The Sioux Thunderbirds will obviously not playing tonight, still be in second with 67. They'll have 7 games remaining. So they'll have the most games of these 4 teams, and they have the remaining opponents. They have a home-and-home with Blind River coming up this weekend. And then they'll have that makeup game at French River, so you expect them to win that one. They'll take on Rayside Balfour twice, once at home, once on the road. They have the Elliott Lake Wildcats, a team that's beaten them twice in a row, and they'll have the Sioux Eagles. So, you look at that's not an easy schedule.
No, they don't have an easy schedule.
Rayside after this one will have Elliott Lake once. They'll have the Sioux Thunderbirds twice, as we mentioned. They'll have Espanola once and Cochrane once. So, again, that not the easiest schedule. So, really, there's still lots to be determined for first, second, third, and fourth place in this West Division. We said it in September. This is one of those divisions that likely to go down to late February, early March. Well, Larry, we look like Nostradamus on that one. Not that we really needed to. That wasn't really going on a limb by any stretch.
No. And that's why the Thunderbird staff are here tonight watching this Rayside team to know what they have to do.
Assist, number 7, Brendan Blair, and number 29, Carter McPhail.
So why not give McPhail an assist? He stopped every puck. Blair gets the other one. Nicke Techel with 2. And the Eagles lead 4-0 in good position to win this game and get a big 2 points in the West. And that puck shot back into the Canadiens' end. These teams will not meet unless they meet in the playoffs here coming up in March and potentially April. Canadiens with the puck. They'll clear it to center. Janowski. Well, the Eagles or Fanos. Over to Lavallee. Now Lavallee in his own zone. 9 minutes to play in this third period. So the Eagles hang on to win this one. They'll be 2-6 on the season against Rayside. It seems like every year, Lair, there's always one team that just the Eagles have trouble against. So even though they did, this will be a good way to go into the playoffs, at least knowing that last time these guys met, the Eagles, at this point at least, have had their way.
Yeah.
Still time in this game, but it would take a monumental comeback for them. Now, Larry, the question I pose to you is, of the potential opponents as far as playoffs, obviously right now it looks like it's going to be Elliott Lake and the Sioux Eagles, which is a tough opponent. Do you think there's any of the other 3 teams, Rayside, the Thunderbirds, and Blind River, that the Eagles match up best against? Or is it just, I say it all the time, it's just any night, pretty much anyone can beat anyone.
You're right.
League.
Any night, any night, it's one or the other, whether it's Thunderbirds,
sure,
or Elliott Lake, or Blind River.
Now here's Rowe coming in. Rowe with a, I don't know what that was. Might have been a pass attempt there, but Cesare. Now here come the Eagles with it. Casey with some speed. Casey with the puck. Over to Palmario in the slot. Shot saved there, LaChance. Rebound goes to Lamberti. Now back to the point, Tharaldson. Over to Dieball. Another shot. That deflects wide.
It was Palmario deflecting that.
As Janowski has it at center ice. Pop in a cough drop here, Larry, as the forward court starting to get a little hoarse here.
Oh, you're going to be the lemon drop kid again, are you?
Well, I'm the Ricola drop kid right now.
Oh.
Using a reference from Friday. Now here's Lavallee with it. Lavallee shot it in. McPhail stops it. He's made 36 saves tonight. One of his more solid efforts of the year, and he's had a lot of solid efforts. Aiello gets it over to Lavallee. Now Bagby with it.
Is it too early to watch the clock?
Yeah,
either team?
I think so. I mean, not that Rayside has packed it in, but
no, I just
think that fourth goal really let the air out of their sails, so to speak. Lavallee plays it off the boards. Maltese shoots it in. McPhail stops it. Butcher picks it up. So Capiciolto's pass just out of the reach of Rowe, and that'll be an icing call. We'll have a face-off back in the Eagles zone.
Well, the Eagles may be a little tired, but the Canadiens, they had a line change, and they don't have to worry about it because they had a line change before that, and they could change anyways.
Want to say hello to Linda Quinn, tuning in late from Chicago because they had a very busy night. No, they said the busy last 2 games. Chris and Linda, Kyle Quinn's parents, are watching. Looking forward to next weekend. Come with a crowd of 10 to cheer on the Eagles. So, Linda, make sure you and your husband pop by the gondola and say hi to us next weekend. We'd love to see you. Now here's White with it. White centering chance off the stick of No. Goes to Rowe. Headmans it up to Capiciolto. Capiciolto with it. 6:30 to play in this third period. Eagles lead 4-0. Techel with a pair of goals tonight. Palmario and Blair with the others. Now here's Crassi and shot. Boy, McPhail's just made that glove hand look very easy
He's
tonight.
doing well with that glove. Extremely well. Very well. Exceptionally well.
I think you keep going because that's how he's played tonight. It's been a good game for McPhail. We've seen him very strong with that glove hand all year long, but it just seems like he's in one of those grooves tonight that you just want to be in if you're a goaltender. 6:19 to play in this third period. We'll be back Friday night. Eagles take on Espanola. A shot there by Donovan. That goes wide. Tharaldson in front of the Eagles bench, trying to clear the zone. Well, here's Wolcott shot. It's Schwab in front. Schwab over to Tharaldson. Tharaldson up to Barterson.
The players in the bench ducked. Who's coming their way?
It's been a dangerous place. Now here's Wolcott, deflects it wide, over to Techel. Now Barterson with it. Barty across the blue line. On the left wing side, now Barty with a shot, and that one missed. Goes back to the point, kept in by Techel. Now here's Barterson at the doorstep, poke checked away by Donovan. Barterson held up a bit. Not a lot of penalties in this game. Hasn't been as chippy as we've seen, although as I say
Second
that.
period was a little.
As I say that now, some fans getting a little upset behind
there
the
we
net.
go. The Canadians getting a penalty.
Yeah, fans were lobbying for a call there over in that far corner. Heard quite a few fans shouting, and so that's going to be a penalty on the Canadian, Shane Donovan.
Yeah. That was a good call. It was unnecessary what he did, like a little punch in the head. So, I mean, it wouldn't be roughing or unnecessary roughing.
So Eagles will go on there, I believe, just second power play of the night.
Yeah, the Canadians really didn't want to draw a penalty there with 5:21 left, Even if they successfully kill this off, down to 3:21.
We'll get the call from Bob St. Peter.
To number 22, Shane Donovan, 2 minutes, roughing.
So Donovan with the roughing call, Tharlson with the shot, gloved down by LaChance, and he'll hold. 5:13 to play in this third period. Face off to the left of LaChance. Eagles win the face-off. Tharlson dumps it down low. Over to Palmario. Now Palmario with it. To Lamberti. Had a nice chat with Jake's dad, John, saying, I haven't gotten your son's name wrong all year. Made up for the last 2 years. Now Casey with the shot and a save by LaChance, and he'll hold. You want to hear the audio broadcast of this game or any Sioux Eagles home hockey game, as well as other sports-related items in the world of the Eastern Upper Peninsula and Algoma region, head to the podcast page of our sports show, The Game. You can find these broadcasts along with The Game broadcasts at the podcast page, thegamesportshow.podbean.com. Now a shot in front, deflected by Palmario, and a goal! Lamberti, he gets hit after.
He took 3 hits after he scored.
Jake Lamberti, I believe, will get credit for the goal, and the Eagles on the power play lead by the score of 5-0. Give an assist to Palmario, I would assume, on that one, Larry, if the goal does go to Lamberti. It looked like he deflected it there.
It did to me anyways. But
on the doorstep, and
we'll wait for Bob to give us our announcement.
Yep, Bob will tell us, but the Eagles going to win this one, get 2 big points, and move within 5 points of Blind River for third place in the West Division. So a solid effort for the Eagles tonight. Still have time left here, 4:40. Still waiting for Bob.
Eagle goal, a power play goal scored by number 24, Jake Lamberti. Assist number 8, Jake Palmario, and number 16, Thomas Dybal. Time of the goal.
So Palmario and Dybal with the assists. So what's a higher count, Larry, tonight, the shot total or the coughs to our left and right? A few days ago it was me, and I would take the over on that one too. Now that one deflects out of play. So I'll give those guys another chuck-a-puck. Between the second period, you weren't here, Larry. They knocked down the bucket. It was facing.
Oh, yes.
I had no chance.
Yeah, I heard that, and then I saw it. Yeah.
I think it was conspiracy. Clearly, I blame the Russian bots for that one.
Yeah.
Go indict them. Political commentary of my opinion. Does not necessarily reflect Larry, the Sioux Eagles, and the NLJHL in general. Now Herfanos with the shot. Picked up by Lavallee. I know a couple people that are chuckling over that comment.
I am.
I appreciate it. Now here's Orfanos with it at center ice. Orfanos. It's hit by Sare. Now here's Schwab intercepted there by the Canadians with 3:40 to play in the third period. The winner of this game is not in doubt at this point. Just waiting for everything else to fall into place, Larry. 3:30 to play in the third period. Now here's Lavallee behind the net. Broken up by the Canadians at center ice. Sare across the blue line. Now Lamberti takes it away. Donovan across the blue line. That's going to be offside. And well, it's just not been Rayside's night tonight, Larry.
It hasn't. And good for the Eagles because they needed the win here. And they needed the win for the 2 points, and they needed to beat the Canadians because, like I say, this would be only their second win out of 8.
Fen Schwab, Larry, says he will be here next weekend. He says to tell Orfanos to show up. I agree. Get your butt back up here, Mr. Orfanos. And Patty Lanning really liked that last goal by Jake.
He was supposed to be. I thought he was coming. That's family and military.
Yeah,
so.
I think he could because of work schedule. So hopefully we'll see as many families as we can up here. And again, if you're watching, please come up to the broadcast booth and say hello. We'd love to see ya.
Well, it's too bad we don't have a roving microphone.
That's right. Well, I do have a cordless one at home that I could probably hook up, but
no, but then they can't see. The camera would have to follow you.
That's
too.
true.
We need both.
That's true. Let's just work on the camera right now, and then we'll get to the microphones. 2:25 to play in this third period. Eagles.
I just got an exclusive. New camera is coming. It's been ordered.
Oh, breaking news here on Hockey TV.
I tell you, that's what I'm here for. You know?
I tell you, you just
HD one.
HD. Oh my goodness, I don't even know what that means.
Heavy duty.
Very good.
Then you get a heavy duty battery. Well, we're
right,
getting a heavy duty camera here.
Remember when those cameras first came out? The
God.
big ones
fit over your shoulder.
Looked like a surface-to-air missile launcher, I think.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, thought he came from Afghanistan. What's this guy doing? He's filming my hockey game.
He's going to shoot. No, he's shooting film. Okay.
Oh, my goodness sakes.
Okay, we're getting silly now.
Yes, we are. Well, when it's 5-0 and you're winning, Larry, you can afford to do so.
Yeah.
Eagles with the puck. They'll chip it in. Minute 30 to play. So the Eagles, Larry, started off a little slow, and you got to really give a lot of credit in this game to Carter McPhail. He stopped everything to this point, and you look in that second period when the Eagles were up 2-0. Rayside had tons of chances, and he really kept the Rayside team at bay, and Eagles get that goal in the second period. That's pretty much all she wrote.
You're right, yes. I'm watching what's going to happen out here.
Minute 10 left to play. So the Eagles will take on Espanola on Friday night. We'll have the call, 7:15. As the Eagles hope to collect all 4 points this weekend because, Larry, the Eagles' opponent, or the team that they're chasing in third place, Blind River, they got the Thunderbirds twice this weekend. So by the time these two teams meet on Monday, Blind River and the Eagles could be just 1 point out of that third place spot. Again, they got to win their games. Blind River's got to lose their games, but you can't just assume Blind River's going to lose twice to the Thunderbirds. Not this year. You can't assume anything.
No. This team is not the Blind River of 3 years ago.
No. And that one shot down the ice, and
no icing.
Butcher will take it, so Eagles just want to keep the puck.
Yes.
As they're going to claim this victory, and they definitely want to see their goaltender
come up with a win.
Well, yes. And 10 seconds away from
a win.
3 seconds and a shutout as I waited to the last final moment.
You're right.
Our final score, 5-0 in favor of the Sioux Eagles as Carter McPhail, likely the number 1 star, makes 38 saves as the Eagles pick up a big 2 points.
Very good.
Yes, right. So we will be back on Friday night here from Hockey TV and our coverage of the Eagles and the Northern Ontario Junior Hockey League. Once again, our final score, the Sioux Eagles 5, the Rayside Balfour Canadians 0. For our cameraman, Rob Horn, and for color commentator Larry Pozzabon, Scott Nason signing off. We'll talk to you on Friday here on Hockey TV.
Good night, folks.